Hey guys, Kurtis Parks here, and you are watching Worshipology. Well, today, once again, we're in the Sound Check series where we're looking in depth at a few chapters of the upcoming book, Sound Check. It comes out September 1st. So excited to get this resource into the hands of worship teams and worship leaders everywhere. Today, we're looking at chapters 4 and 5. Now, chapter 4 is titled Check Your Attitude. A bad attitude can be a cancer on a worship team, both on the stage and off the stage. And this is something that I deal with daily. I mean, there's some days where you just wake up and you don't feel like doing it. But I've always found that when you lead with humility, the bad attitudes just kind of dissipate in yourself and in others. And we see this in 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 5. It says this: all of you clothe yourselves with humility toward one another, because God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Now, I want to be in a situation where God doesn't oppose me. And so humility is key in that. Are we leading with humility? I found myself on days that I start with prayer, it's filled with a lot more humility. Now, there's times where I forget to pray, I forget to root myself in God's presence, and those days are usually filled with a lot more pride, stress, and anger. But when we start our days off in prayer, focused on the goodness of God and His presence, humility is soon to follow after that. Chapter 5 is titled Check Your Gratitude. And this is pretty simple. It's just, are we leading with thanksgiving or are we leading with complaining? And now the scripture that I want to reference on that one, it's kind of one of the epic Psalms. It's Psalm 100. Verse 4 says this: enter His gates with thanksgiving and His courts with praise. Give thanks to Him and praise His name. Thanksgiving and praise go hand in hand. And I found in my life when I lead with thanksgiving, I'm a lot more grateful. I'm just a better attitude. And I usually find a magnifying lens on God's presence when I'm in this heart of thanksgiving. It says in Philippians 4:6 to make your request known to God with thanksgiving. I think oftentimes we make our requests known to God with complaining and with all the things that we want fixed in our life. We treat God like a sugar daddy and not as a good father. And so I've just really found that when my attitude needs a little adjusting, to go to humility and thanksgiving quickly does that trick. So I hope that's an encouragement and a blessing to you today. And thank you so much for tuning in.